Some may see you as victims, and no doubt you have lost much and endured even more. But we at KRCC see you as the strong and resilient survivors that you are, and our team stands ready side by side with you as you rebuild your lives and we help rebuild the communities that we all hold so dear. If you need our help, please call KRCC at 1-800-262-7491 or stop by any KRCC location and ask for help. KRCC cares.
This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Welcome to Before the Whistle, and this is a super special edition. I mean, I'm talking like super deluxe special edition Before the Whistle. As you can probably notice, we are pre-recording tonight. We're playing the middle school championship tonight, Knott County Central, at Knott County Central here, wishing the best for our Knott County Central middle school Patriots. But maybe even better, we have a special guest. I don't know if we can call you a guest. Are you still considered a host?
Who?
You. Are you still considered a host or a guest? What do we call you?
I thought you were talking about Ethan's leg hairs that's going to grow because he's going to freeze to death out here in the cold wearing shorts.
Okay, and there's a story to that also, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the story real quick. So I'm in practice. Coach is like, we got to pre-record the show. I can't do it tomorrow night, so we're pre-recording tonight. I was like, okay, I got to go home and change. No time. We got to go now. So I come straight from practice at Jenkins to Knott County, and that is why I'm dressed the way I am.
We came straight from Jenkins. We stopped at, we did hold on to the show tradition of stopping to get a sugar-free Red Bull. So we did do that along the way. Stopped at Whitesburg and got a Red Bull. But the excitement level cannot be contained that I have. I almost feel like, I don't know, I'm getting this wild nostalgia here that I've got Wes and I've got you. Like, my heart is so full. It's like, I don't know, my heart is about to explode on this show. Which makes sense that we start with our most valuable viewers. And I'm gonna start with you, Wes. You've been hanging on each week, and you'll text during the show, and it's like you're always watching. So thank you, and we love you, and we miss you. Ethan, do you have any valuable viewers tonight that you want to add to? I know a lot of people last week, so we wasn't on air last week. You guys know I had business to attend to. It's my anniversary weekend, and of course, they say happy wife, happy life, or whatever the saying is. I guess that's true. I don't know, whatever. But does that count if the husband's happy? The husband's happy too. Okay, yes, but we wasn't here last week and everybody was asking about the show. You got anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, just my mom, Kristen Shepherd. She watched the last show we did, and she's watched every week, so I do want to shout her out.
Perfect.
I told her I'd shout her out. So.
And I know Wes is going to I know him. And of course, the people love Wes, as much as I hate to admit that at times. Wes, I know you're going to have people watching tonight, which essentially will be tomorrow night. You got anybody you want to shout out?
Before I do want to throw out there that I have earned one of those top badge things on Facebook for Before the Whistle and Hometown 24. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's
exactly
a badge.
Yeah, so you're shouting
I've earned
yourself
one.
out. Okay, great.
It's on there. But no, I have to shout out, man. I know this is top viewers in your segment, but I have to shout out the lack thereof of Harold Mullins. I mean, does he not tune in anymore?
Harold Mullins is only here when he's here. So, but I will say this, when he is here, there's food here. Like you'll notice tonight, there's nothing on this set. There's nothing around. Bo's actually holding a Dr. Pepper, and that's the only thing that I even see in sight that's consumable. So it's like when Harold's here, everybody eats, and everybody's really happy now. I don't know what's happened in a year's time, but when Harold's here, everybody's happy. So you say what you want about Harold. And I can't believe you gave yourself a shout out as a top fan. I'm also a top fan of TVS Hometown 24, yeah. In case anybody didn't know. Yeah, Devin is also. For the first time ever, I do want to also say Devin is here on the ground with us. Like, usually he's up in the air. And now he's actually got his boots dirty here on the field. Devin is with us tonight. So yeah, I know Wes will have people watching tonight. And I hope I also heard a lot of people last week, they were like, hey, where's the show? I was waiting on the show. And we all know what happened the week before. We forgot to hit the Facebook Live button and people's asking me what's going on. So I'm not going to talk about it too much. Devin's actually here. He's here. He's on the ground. All right. Top 10 state rankings, and here is the importance behind this week's top 10 RPI rankings, okay? Is that now we're looking forward to Kentucky high school football playoffs. During the third round of the playoffs, for those of you new to it's actually the new old system of playoff football, districts will no longer be playing the same districts in the first round. They are paired with another district. So for example, first district and second district will cross over for first and second round. The 1 seed will play the 4 seed from the other district, the 2 will play the 3, etc. And now once you get to the championship of the district in the second round of the playoffs, it is a possibility that you will play a same team from the same district. But then once you go to the third round, your home field advantage then kind of flips to RPI rankings, and your matchups and home field advantages go into RPI rankings. So you want to pay attention to this as it becomes important as our season dwindles down. And what is now, week 7, week 8 of the high school football season. All right, so I'll just round them out really quick. We're only doing the top 4. We're only doing classes 1 through 4, and I'll rattle them off, and we'll get opinions between Ethan and Wes as we move along. All right, so I'm starting out hot with 1A, and you'll understand very quickly why 1A is going to be hot, okay? 10, we got Pineville. Then we have Bracken, Paris, Newport Central Catholic, Holy Cross, Kentucky Country Day, Raceland, Bethlehem at 3. Pikeville at 2. Anybody want to take a guess here that's also not looking at this phone, Wes or Ethan, as who number 1 is in the RPI rankings in high school football in Class 1A?
Oh, wow. I don't know. If Pikeville's not 1, they should obviously be 1.
Wes?
To be honest with you, I looked at this yesterday, and now I cannot remember who was 1, so you're going to have to refresh us.
I'll give you a hint. You want a hint?
I want a hint.
It is the Hazard Bulldogs. Believe it or not, with the record of 5-2, of course, slipping the 1 game to Beechwood, Bardstown, I'm sorry, forgive me. Slipped the 1 game to Bardstown, and which is the only game this season, of course, they've been held scoreless, and honestly, the only game this season they've been held to 1 score, or less than 1 score. We all know that Hazard prolific offense, but then they got off the snide last week with the win, and so now they moved to 5-2, looking ahead for what's happening this Friday, which we're going to talk about later in the show. But Hazard sits atop of your 1A rankings in the RPI currently at 5-2, ahead of Pikeville. So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup is kind of luring in the distance, and I'm sure it's going to happen what happens there, right?
Yeah, I don't know who put these rankings out, but
it's the RPI.
I think Hazard's good.
Yeah,
they are good, but they are not Pikeville. Did you watch what Pikeville did to Belfry?
Did you watch what Pikeville did to Madison Central? It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty tough. Wes, any immediate thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Ethan there. I know it's RPI, but this is one of the reasons I'm not super thrilled about RPI. I think Hazard, has a tough matchup tomorrow night as they travel up toward the Lexington area. So It's going to be a tough game for them. Actually, is it at Hazard or is it?
It's at Hazard.
It's at Hazard, and
It's still going to be a tough game for them. And like you said, did you see what Pikeville did? Listen, I think that that'll change around fairly quickly. But hats off to Hazard. They're great.
Yeah, still at this point in the season for you to be at that level, I mean, you're number one currently. Even for you to be at that level at this point in the season, even if we do all foresee that changing at some point, I think it's pretty special. And I think that speaks to how good Coach Dan Howard's done with that program and how far along they've come in the past year, right? I don't know. I think, and if you're Pikeville, though, isn't that the scary thing is every week now, aren't you just giving Pikeville like a little extra ammo? I mean, I would be shocked at this point if Pikeville doesn't win the 1A state championship, but we'll have to see. You also got great teams in Bethlehem Raceland. We have a good friend that coaches at Raceland, Tyler Farley, who got married this past summer, so shout out to him, who helps coach at Raceland, and they're a tough matchup as well for everybody. Newport Central Catholic still luring out there, which takes us to our 2A. You've got Somerset, who Hazard beat, Lexington Christian, Lloyd Memorial, Breathitt at 7 at 4-2, Butler County, Hancock, Owensboro Catholic, McLean, Mayfield, and Beechwood. So looking at our local teams of Breathitt at number 7, any surprises there for you, Ethan?
No, it's right where they should be, in my opinion.
And I mean, we've watched Breathitt all year long, and it's like this team you really can't put a finger on, and I find myself like pulling for them week in and week out, like just trying to figure them out with obviously great weapons all across the board, especially with Sperry on the outside. You got a great run game, good quarterback. Of course, Hoskins, big Hoscat in the middle. Wes, any thoughts on those rankings?
No, I mean, Breathitt, obviously we saw for a couple years now, Breathitt just wasn't the traditional Breathitt County football we had seen before. I knew it was just a matter of time before they started inching their way back up, like you mentioned, at 4-2 right now. But, man, they are loaded with weapons, especially on the offensive end. You talked about Sperry. It's not going to surprise me if Breathitt is not up further within the next few weeks.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Breathitt, on the upward trend. They're coming off a big win against, district rival Middlesboro. And I think, the rest of the season bodes well for them. I think you're going to see them carry a whole lot of momentum into the playoffs. I actually agree with you. It's like when you're here, I really don't agree with you. I'm not looking at your face, but when you're on a screen that I'm not even looking at the moment and not seeing your ugly Tom Brady jersey, that I actually agree with you. All right, which takes us to 4A. 3A, actually, there are no local teams to speak of, but you got Ashland Blazer, Henry, Trigg, Greenup, Lawrence, Bell, sort of local, Mason, Union, Christian Academy of Louisville, and Bardstown. Bardstown, of course, shut out Hazard in the past couple of weeks. J.J. Wright's here on the scene again. He seems to always follow us. He's always following us. But yeah, I guess there's no shocks there as far as 3A. Bell County's been the one team that we've kind of been brought up over and over on the show that I think, traditionally speaking, always bodes well in 3A. All right, skipping to 4A really quick because there's a couple local teams there we want to get to, namely at number 7. Any guesses?
We're in 4A?
Yep, 4A, number 7.
7.
Local team.
Letcher?
Not Perry. Letcher. Yes. Letcher County Central at 6-2 has fought their way up to number 7 in 4A in the RPI rankings. Does anybody want to guess, Wes, it's your turn, who is waiting as a district rival at number 8?
Ooh, in 4A.
Same district they play next week. It is the Johnson County Central. What are they, the Eagles?
Yep.
They are waiting in the wings at number 8. Isn't it so weird that like you've got Hazard number 1 and Pikeville number 2, and then you flip over to the 4A? You've got Letcher County Central and probably the team that everybody thinks that's better than Letcher County Central right behind them at number 8 in Johnson County Central.
Yeah. To me, I think that Johnson Electric's too low. I mean, I feel like they should be higher on the list, at least like a 4 or 5.
So
they've been playing.
okay, so above them you have, I will argue with number 1. I think number 1 in 4A could possibly be one of the best teams despite class in the state of Kentucky. But you've got Logan County, Warren East, Spencer County, Boyle County, who's traditionally amazing, Lexington Catholic, who's always traditionally good at everything. And then, of course, at number 1, you have the clear-cut favorite in Corbin. And I know that's a team that you're familiar with over in your way, Wes. Any thoughts on that one, Wes?
Man, I would agree with you with Corbin. You know, that's a school that I know it's not in our coverage area, but being where I'm from, we had a good friend that coached girls basketball there not that long ago, Isaac Wilson. And I don't know if you remember that season. Corbin won region in every sport except for Isaac's girls basketball.
And they won it last year.
That's impressive.
Yeah, they won it last year. They won region last year.
And they won it last year.
Yeah, it's just...
So that's just... I will say, though, that Letcher County Central has turned into a football program that competes every year. They look amazing right now, in my personal opinion. And they play Johnson Central this week, correct?
Next week. Yep. And it works out great. We're going to talk about this more later in the show, but it works out great for them, right? That they have an off week, bye week, the week before they play Johnson.
Yeah. And listen, I don't think I have ever said this in the history of Before the Whistle. I don't know if it's because Ethan's wearing shorts today and I'm just still amazed by it. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm going to say it. I look for the Cougars to be victorious.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say that yet. Everybody at home that has just heard those words come out of this prophetic mouth, he always does this. He's home, he's away, he's off the show, he always does this. He jumps the gun and starts throwing prophecies out before it's even time. It ain't even time. Jesus Christ, help me, Mother Mary. All right. You got any other thoughts on that now that Wes is out here spilling his guts?
I have one thought, and is that people watch this show to see you two argue. Quit agreeing. Quit. Stop it. No more. You can't agree on anything else.
Well, here's one for you. I don't agree with him going ahead and stating this prophecy, and he can wait on that. There's no reason for him to be boastful out here and start showing his stuff out here, hanging out 15 minutes, 25, 30 minutes before the show even ends. All right, anyway, we'll get to that one later. I'm not so sure that we'll agree on the outcome of Johnson Central, Letcher County Central, but you'll have to watch to the end of the show to get that prophecy. All right, which takes us to our 2-minute drill concerning NFL football. One of my favorite parts of the show, really quickly running down the week that was in NFL football. I laugh because I'm gonna share this with you, Wes, and you're gonna appreciate this. I've been playing fantasy football for, I don't want to give away my age. I've been playing for nearly 20 years of my life. Before I was even an adult, okay? I've been playing fantasy football. For the first time of my life, I have a team that is 0-5. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 0, and 5. How's your fantasy team doing?
I'm in 3 different leagues. One league I'm 1-4.
Yeah.
One league I'm 2-3. So
Okay.
my best league I'm 4-1.
Okay. Wes, how's your team?
You know, honestly, I'm not in a fantasy league this year, but I'm in a pick'em league. I'm in a pick'em league, and I have to say I'm top half of the pack, and most of that is thankful to my Buccaneers that I go with week in and week out.
Of course. Yeah, you put the, well, all right. You. By the way, for those wondering at home, Wes doesn't spend actual money on these games. It's fake money. We do not gamble here on TVS Cable. This is all fake fantasy play money. There's no money exchanged.
I really feel like he's the type
Bimbo's
of guy.
not real
We bet
Tom Brady in the
Reese's
third
peanut
round.
butter cups.
Peanut butter cups is what we trade. Yeah, Tom Brady. Don't get him started about Tom Brady. We're going to skirt away from Tom Brady as much as possible because I swear to God, there are days that I have to mute our TVS Before the Whistle group text concerning Tom Brady. Almost said a cuss word. All right, my 4 plays for 2-minute drill. 1, the life of a Bengals fan, man. It is just so interesting. I mean, I have never seen a team lose 3 games, and the only games they've lost, each one of those by a last-second field goal. I've never seen this in my entire adult life, and I hope I never see it again. We find ways. Our line finally blocked. We looked good. And we lose in the waning seconds. It's just the way it is. 2, of course, Ethan's beloved Lamar Jackson.
Well, here's the thing is I really don't know why you're shocked by this, because before last year happened, the Bengals were terrible. Like, they never won. So why are you so shocked that you have one good season and then you're like, oh man, life of a Bengals fan, we've lost 3 games by a field goal. Used to, if you lost 3 games by a field goal, that's good. That was a good thing.
So I actually feel okay still. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. We're gonna talk about Kentucky in a minute, but I don't care. I don't care what everybody else says. I wrote the article today, Cat Scratch. You can hopefully catch it at some point tonight or tomorrow on TVS Cable. It references these things. Why do I even care about football? I don't know. But the Bengals still stress me out. All right. Then I also just, concerning my fantasy team for my second play, was this awful saga that the Dolphins are in now, where Tua Tagovailoa is hurt, knocked out, and then the next week we get Teddy Bridgewater, and the first play, yes, JJ's here. He's here.
Hey, old man.
Yeah. He gets all the big games. He gets all the big games. All the championship needs that you have, call JJ Wright.
My boy Blue right here. You seen the movie? You my boy Blue?
Yeah, that's him. There's your boy. I just can't wrap my head around the fact that first play I pick up Teddy Bridgewater, he gets knocked out against the Jets, and I can't explain anything that's happening. Speaking of the Jets, who has 3 wins on the season. Also, this situation for my third play, Devontae Adams, and pushing the photographer. Have you seen this story?
Yes, I've seen that.
Quick thoughts about that?
He apologized. Move on from it.
Wes, did you see this story?
I have. I've not looked too far into it, but I've seen the brief overview of what happened. I'm like Ethan. He apologized. What else?
What y'all want? I mean, if you are a photographer standing on the sidelines, it's kind of like, you've put yourself. It's like going on the battlefield with a set of drums. Like you're the drummer boy. Like you are in harm's way. You may get shot if you are out here on the field. So I mean, you took that risk when you put the camera in your hand, start marching out on the turf, right? Am I right? No,
I think you're
Devin
right.
says no.
I mean,
Devin says no. I didn't even see the push, but I guess it was a little excessive. There's no room for that, Devontae. You know what's crazy is I saw this little clip this past week of the similar situation happening when he played for Green Bay, and he went back and picked up the photographer and even put the photographer's his beanie back on his head like, I'm sorry. So I guess times have changed when you're a Raider.
you live and you learn. I can put money on it. She doesn't get pushed the rest of the season because she will get out the way.
Was it a she? I don't even know. All right. And then, of course, I just think at this point for everybody in my last play for the 2-minute drill, I cannot believe the last Cowboy here, the last real Cowboy, Cooper Rush, and doing what he's done with the Cowboys. At what point for the Cowboys do you start questioning if Dak Prescott is even the man for your team anymore? Is that fair, Ethan?
You don't question that. They're paying him too much money to sit him on the bench.
Is it?
If I'm paying him $20 million a year, he's going to play.
Yeah, like is it the business side of things? Like no matter at what, Dak Prescott, we're paying him $20 million a year, he's going to play. Yeah. Wes?
Now, I can't believe you asked that question. When do you start questioning playing Dak? I've questioned that for quite a while now. I pull him out.
Do you? I mean, even if you're Jerry paying him $20 million a year, you're still cool with, hey, really take your time working back from this injury because we're winning.
Would you rather pay a guy $20 million to lose, or would you rather pay that $20 million and still play somebody
If
else?
you're
and
asking me personally as a coach, I don't care. I want the win. Like, I don't even care about the money. I think that's a good two conflicting views. I don't know. There's the business side of things, and then it's like, I don't know. You've already committed your loyalty, obviously, to Dak Prescott, but I don't know. I mean, you're winning, so I just don't know at this point. I don't know.
Well, you know Jerry Jones, so we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
we can have thoughts.
We can have
Dak's
thoughts.
coming back.
Yep.
Dak's going to
Yep.
play.
Yep.
That's like Zeke.
Yep. No matter how much me and Wes want to think that Cooper Rush is the last Cowboy, Dak Prescott will play. Absolutely, 1,000%. All right, Ethan, your NFL thoughts, really quick.
Okay, I've got one. It's not really a play, but it's Dan Snyder with the Commanders, how they're trying to push him out. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
Yes, they're trying to get him fired. There's a lot of the owners that's trying to push him out the door and trying to make him sell the team.
That's
but
right.
he come on today, and there was a quote. I can't remember word for word what he said, but he basically said, the NFL don't want to F with me because I know too much dirt on other owners. Was the quote. He's denying it, but he has hired a private investigator to investigate other owners and the commissioner.
No. Well, okay. Well, and I want to get your thoughts. You go on that play on that, Wes. And I don't know if you heard that situation concerning the Commanders owner and that, the NFL doesn't want to mess with him because he knows too much other dirt on other NFL coaches. Your thoughts on that? Is that a fair play?
We've seen those situations through sports before. We've seen it with the situation in basketball with the refs blowing games and getting paid. I think if I'm the NFL, I say, go ahead, throw your dirt out. It's going to be my word against your word.
Right.
People's going to believe me. We're going to be okay. I think that everybody probably has something to say about the NFL, the NBA, the MLB. They can defend themselves. If I'm an owner like him, I think you just wasted your breath saying something like that to the NFL.
Well, I tend to agree with that. I just, at this point, the NFL has, the Phoenix Suns owner was under fire here recently. The NFL stays under fire. You had this situation regarding safety, player safety with Tua and concussions and something that you're always going to have to deal with. I don't think it's going to be wise for the NFL to just like slide this one under the rug and really not handle this delicately. They're going to go in guns blazing on the Commanders owner and be like, hey man, there's no room for this and you can't do this. So I see him being, they're going to make an example out of him. And I agree, like no matter what he wants to do, if he wants to expose, blow the whistle on, in some ways blackmail himself and, put himself behind the 8 ball with other talk of other NFL owners, then, so be it. The NFL will handle those situations as they come along too. Is if I'm the NFL, that's the way I handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to find the quote.
He's trying to find the quote. Right here. Oh, he literally said, NFL can't F with me as we start with the national anthem. I'm going to, Wes, give us your thoughts. While this one plays, we're gonna kind of observe the national anthem. Why don't you elaborate a little bit about the situation concerning the Commanders?
I mean, I just think, like I said, that's something we see commonly with these professional sports now. And I think part of it is because it's worked for people in the past. People have won lawsuits and won arguments, but it's to the point now that it happens so frequently. The NFL, the NBA, the MLB, NHL, all of them are prepared for it now. They know that people have some dirt, and they know that they have the ability. They've got the money for fancy lawyers and the media. It's going to be one person's word against the other, and some people are going to believe it. Some people are not going to believe it. And at the end of the day, I don't think it even really matters for them. The only thing with the NFL, you did mention they've been under fire for a lot over probably the past decade. But like I said, it's old news to everybody now. That's worn off, and I think the NFL's fine. I think that when you're an owner and you say things like that, I think part of it is just they know they're going to get a little bit of publicity themselves in that matter too.
It's true of him, and that's true of most of these NFL owners. I mean, they've got money. They don't, how much do they actually care?
Yeah.
And obviously not much, right? Any other thoughts
Right.
from you on? We didn't give you an opportunity to make a play on the NFL. Any other thoughts about the NFL season so far from you?
I really wish that I could talk about Antonio Brown, but Hometown 24 is a family entertainment business.
Yeah, we can't talk
So
about
I'm
the
going to leave that to
Antonio
the
Brown
side.
situation.
So I'm going to leave that to the side. But I think for all the people in my life that support the Bengals like you, Winston, it's going to be okay. I don't think you're going to make it to the Super Bowl again, but it's going to be okay.
That's
You're
safe.
okay. They're going to be good. They're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be fine.
And I'm fine with
okay.
that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Kentucky later, so I don't want to give away too much too soon. But hey, I mean, if the Bengals make the playoffs, coming off of a Super Bowl and starting 0-2, it's going to be okay. I don't want to open up Pandora's box, but in your honest opinion, and I know this is a foolish question, but in your honest opinion concerning the NFL, and I mean, you've seen the situation surrounding Tom with Giselle and obviously these distractions. Do the Buccaneers make the Super Bowl? Is that really going to happen?
I think, in my own personal opinion, which a lot of times become prophecies.
God.
No, in all seriousness, I think that you're looking at Tom Brady's last season as an NFL quarterback.
We've heard that.
I really do. And I think there have been distractions with that. When you're 45 years old and you've got kids, a wife, and that's going on at home, even though it's been going on for a while, you've been hiding it from the media. Mm-hmm. You've been working really hard with the spotlight on you to not let that get out. I think now that weight's off of his shoulders, if they don't make it to the Super Bowl, I think they're going to be a very, very, very hard team to beat out at this point.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think, they're always going to be a tough out for anybody, being a tough out, and even 1-1. So, I mean, yeah, I see them making a run. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities for them winning a Super Bowl. I do think that Tom Brady plays next year.
I do too. I mean, we've heard that for years. This is Tom Brady's last year. I've heard that for like 3 years now.
Well, what's so crazy now is now I felt like this whole situation concerning his family probably happened out of the fact he didn't retire. I don't know if that's a safe assumption or not.
Seen so
I hope
many
he don't
memes on
sue
it.
me. You've seen so many memes. I mean, there's been so many memes, but I don't know.
I think that this is his last season you're looking at. I
Okay.
think that, oddly enough, I think he's a family man. He loves his kids, and I think he loves Giselle, and I think this was kind of him saying, I'm going to pick football, honey, but I think at the end of the day, after this season, he'll work a more steady. I think you'll see him on ESPN, maybe as a news analyst, something like that for ESPN, sports anchor something, but I think he's done.
Well, I'll be honest, you know Tom a lot better than I do. So now we are moving on as the time is it's dwindling away. Like it's absolutely flying away. And we want to get to high school sports, of course, real quickly, because honestly, there's not much to talk about and it's super depressing to mention, but we got to have a little bit of cat talk, and prayer and just lots of collective prayer. I was actually DJing a wedding on Saturday evening, and so all of my updates, all of my updates were coming from the Before the Whistle group text, and I'll be honest, I had to shut it off. I had to put it down. I had to put the phone down. I couldn't even tell what was going on in the game because all they were doing was whining and crying about what was happening on their screen. I mean, all they were doing was complaining and cussing about what was going on in this game, and
we did not cuss.
I didn't even know what was happening in the game. I'd have to be like, after 30 minutes, like, what's the score? Like, can somebody at least just give me a score? Oh, you don't want to know. Oh, it was awful. You know, and I never knew anything about the football game. I did not get the actual score until I got home 3 hours later. I still don't know what happened in this game because
we were doing you a favor. We were doing you a favor, not giving you the score.
Anyway, Knott County Central Middle School about to run out. They've got the purge going on. Ethan, I know you're not. I'm going to give you your opportunity. Here's your one shot to talk crap about Kentucky football. Your thoughts really quick.
Oh.
I know you probably didn't watch it, but you probably heard about
did.
the.
I got to watch it.
Oh, great!
I did get to watch it.
The one game you get to watch. Awesome.
I knew from the first play of the game that me and you talked about. I knew what it was going to be. I loved every second of it. You know, and my thoughts going into this week for them is they better win because when they go to Knoxville, they're getting beat. When they go to Knoxville, Tennessee will win when they go to Knoxville. Mark it down.
Don't run a reverse if you're the best team. The first play.
So, and I will give you a funny story real quick about my Louisville Cardinals because I got to mention Louisville every time I'm on this show. This is the week I really wanted them to lose. Because there were reports that come out said that we'd fire our coach if we lost to Virginia this week.
Right, and they beat Virginia.
And we ended up winning with a backup quarterback.
I'm so happy. I'm so thrilled that Louisville won with their backup quarterback because we did not. We ran a reverse the first play of the game. There's nobody at this game. I know they're hearing me. I don't care. Wes, I hate to even do this to you, but give me something. I don't care. Tell us anything about the game Saturday night.
I now understand why Ethan is not a Bengals fan. I don't know if anyone could live being a Bengals and a Louisville fan. So I understand now why he's a Louisville fan, or why he's not a Bengals fan. But listen, I will agree that running that play, the first play of the game, probably feels like the stupidest thing we've ever experienced. I'm with everybody 100%. On the flip side of that, would we even be hearing about that play had it been successful?
I'm going to pause you just really quick because I do agree with that. It's like one of those plays, like if it's great. But here's my thing, okay? We were ranked number 13, whatever it was in the country at the time. Everybody's really high on us. I feel like we've been really high on ourselves. Right. I know the situation surrounding Levis, and I had to have ripped everybody's heart out, and now we're like reaching for straws as to what the heck we're going to do because we don't have our quarterback stud. Okay, I get that, but I almost feel like the coaching staff knew something we didn't, and that we're not as good as we thought we were. Because you do not come out and run a play like that if you truly believe you are the better team, in my opinion. You know, if I'm the better team and I have Christopher Rodriguez, one of the greatest rushers in the UK's history, right? Am I right? One of the best rushers, arguably in the SEC maybe. Wouldn't you just let's give him the rock and let him do something the first play from scrimmage and just see what happens? Because the first play from the next series, he gets an 8-yard gain. I would have lived with that.
Can I piggyback off of something you just said?
Go ahead.
I think you said it best in quarterback stud. And I think you said it best with them knowing something that I don't think our offensive line is that big blue wall that we're used to.
Yes.
Now, me and Josh Cornett had a discussion. I will agree, no, we're not University of Pikeville College offensive line. But for an SEC college line, Will Levis has been sacked 19 times.
Right.
Sharon got sacked 6 times in one game.
Right.
I think that game showed how big of a stud Will Levis really is. I really think it showed what he has to deal with on a daily basis.
You know what? I'm agreeing with you tonight because, again, I can't see you. But, yes, I agree. I think, anybody, and I hope that what it has done in retrospect here, in hindsight, is that all these people that were really dogging Levis over the past few weeks, we had true blue UK fans dogging Levis. I hope they realize you know, how important and integral he has been to our success over the past year and a half, because we looked foolish on Saturday night. And there's only one common denominator, right, is that we did not have Will Levis. I mean, you could talk about not having – we've still been able to win games without defensive players. We've been able to win games without Christopher Rodriguez. We've been able to win games without anybody except for Will Levis, I think, is that, and that was proven on Saturday night. And, I mean, that's about where it's at, right? Can we win Saturday?
As an outsider looking in, I just hear two grown men making excuses. That's all I hear. Just crying and making excuses.
Louisville's great this year, Ethan. Tell us how good Louisville is this
Hey,
year.
you guys are going to catch up to our record these next 2 weeks. So I'll see you after you play in Knoxville.
What's Louisville ranked this year, Ethan?
I'm not jumping off the ship.
Is Kentucky still ranked?
Yes, we're number 22, thank you.
Yes.
And after we beat Mississippi State in the upset.
I'll wait until next week.
I think, and Ethan said this though, is that it is possible that we beat Mississippi. I think Mississippi State's obviously very hot, but you know how this happens in the SEC. All it takes is one little tiny slip off the cliff here, and you're plunging to your death. So I hope that's not us, and I hope that's Mississippi State this week. Not that I hope they die, but I hope they have a letdown this week. I hope the Pirate, you know, I hope the boat sinks for Mississippi State, because we need it. We've got to have it. You're looking at the rest of the schedule, and now we've lost one we didn't really plan to lose, and now the rest of the schedule looks scary. Vanderbilt, I mean, was ahead against Ole Miss last week for 3 quarters, right? So it's like Missouri was ahead of Georgia for the longest time and only down by 1 score for the entire game. So
Missouri's defense is real.
Yeah, Missouri's defense is real. So now we're looking at Missouri, Vandy, you know, you got Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Lord knows, God and everybody in Louisville who are going to absolutely, I cannot wait. We're going to this game. So, and then I don't know, you're just looking at the rest of the schedule, and now all of a sudden it looks big and scary. It'd be nice to get that one this week. All right, more about that in article Cat Scratch. You can catch that on TVS Hometown 24 Facebook page. If you're interested, go give it a read. It should be posted tonight or early tomorrow. All right, we have to, for the sake of time, we're down to like 9 minutes here. Is that right, Devin? We got 9? We are, real quick, our Friday rerun for Kentucky high school football last week in the coverage area. Of course, and I think Wes alluded to this, his hometown, Clay County. Man, the Cougars ran wild, 59-18 to take their record to 6-2. Quick thoughts about that game, really quick, Ethan.
It's homecoming week. They're going to come out fired up. You know, homecoming, everybody's there. Couldn't even get a parking spot. I was at the game, could not get a parking spot.
And everybody's been talking about how decent Clay is. Like, they didn't graduate anybody from last year. And so people talking about how good, in a way, Clay is.
And defenses just can't stop Jonah Little. I mean, you know what he's going to do. You know he's going to get the ball. He's going to do the RPO. Run it for a touchdown. Stop it. Somebody. I mean, nobody can stop. They put spies on him. But put your defense on him. Don't even worry about the line. Don't worry about receivers. Don't worry about anything. Put your defense on him, because that's what they're going to do. They're just going to send him off.
I agree, 1,000%. We're going to talk more about Jonah Big Little here in a second. Wes, your thoughts on that one really quick? I know Clay is kind of like your hometown.
You know, a few years back, we had Coach Mike Sizemore from the Tigers on this show with us.
We did.
Talk to him, and I think Clay County's got a program going in the right direction.
They do,
I think
absolutely.
Last week shows where Letcher Central's at right now. They're good.
Yeah, I agree. They are. They're good. We're going to talk about more about the Cougars coming up. Perry is, of course, kind of dismantled by Johnson and gave you the kind of standard and the measuring stick as far as the number 1 seed, or will be eventually. We would take it. Everybody predicted in Johnson County Central, even though they've had some slips earlier in the year, now seem to have it figured out. Beats Perry 52-7. Anybody shocked by that one? No. I don't think you're going to hear anybody shocked as far as a Johnson County 52-7 win. But still, I think you want to see Perry compete a little better, right, Wes?
Yeah, you do, especially with the gains that Perry has made.
Yeah.
We saw the coaching change a couple years back, all of that, and the gains that Perry has made. You want to see that, but I think coming into this later part of the season, Johnson Central's got some tough games, and beating people as bad as they've been beating them, I think might come back to bite them because they've not had any close games. You look back at their schedule, the last close game they had was at North Laurel, and then they've been beating everybody to death since then.
Right, yeah, and North Laurel's actually, I think, they've kind of shocked a couple people over that way. And, you know, they won 4 games, and they've, of course, playing a tough schedule. I think the early part, and speaking of schedules, I think the early part of Perry's schedule where they kind of played a few gimmies, but they let those be close. And then they played the Letcher game and kind of let that one get out of hand where they were up and then they came back. I don't know. It will be interesting to see how everybody's schedules plays out and how it helps or hurts at the end of the year. Knott County with a huge W over Morgan County last week. I hope you caught it here on TVS Cable and Hometown 24. And Knott County now moving to 2-3 with a couple more opportunities to win on the schedule. So big things happening for Knott. I think we can all three agree that Knott has positive momentum. Is that true?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wes?
Yeah, I've loved seeing what the program's done, you know, rallying around the loss of Mick Crawford from the flooding and the situation that Knott County and Letcher County and all of Eastern Kentucky has been facing. I'm happy to see the direction they're trending. So, yeah, that's a little bit of hope for a season that seemed hopeless.
Absolutely. Middlesboro ends Leslie's 3-game streak. Leslie moves to 3-4. We're going to have that prediction coming up. And then Hazard, of course, dropped to Bardstown, which didn't hurt them in the rankings of 1A. But, of course, Bardstown being up there in the rankings of 2A. All right. And that moves us on to our hometown heroes. And I think it's fitting that the first name brought up is Jonah Little, because those of you keeping score at home, 5 for 8, 110 yards and a touchdown through the air last week, 11 carries, 264 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground. And I'm kind of in the same mind frame as Ethan is, at what point do you not just tell your entire defense the key on this kid? I mean, they're not pulling any tricks. They're not coming out. Logan Johnson, the offensive coordinator, is not coming out and saying, hey, let's run a reverse. They're just saying, hey, get back in the gun. You can run right or left, big guy, whichever way you want to go. He has 30, listen to this. He's top 10 in rushing with 1,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, rushing. 862 yards passing with 10 touchdowns. He's third in the state in scoring. The young man has 34 touchdowns on the year, and we still have games left to play. I think at any rate, this is impressive. Ethan?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. He's one of the top quarterbacks around here. But like I said, they do need to, once the defense actually keys in on that, and I think Johnson's going to be a team that will. Right. I think they'll key in and kind of force him to throw the ball. And it's good that Letcher has a bye week this week because they need to be prepared. Like, hey, they're going to key in on him. Right. We got to throw the ball this week. We got to be ready to throw the ball.
Absolutely. Wes, any quick thoughts really quickly about Jonah Little's impressive numbers?
Reminds me back of the day with Benny Snell when Benny Snell would reminds me back of the day with Benny Snell when Kentucky was going to run the football every single play, and you knew they were going to run it, and it still worked. That's Jonah Little right now.
Wes, are you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Wes, are you still there?
I'm here.
I've lost him. We've got also on our hometown heroes as we're wrapping up here, Kobe Johnson, 11 tackles. He's top 50 in the state in tackles on the year at Letcher County Central. Bryce Pugh, we should mention also, from Leslie County, 11 tackles last week. 3 tackles for a loss last week, and he is top 50 in the state in tackles as well. So a couple defensive players. Of course, tonight you're going to have Leslie at Knott, the big matchup luring. Leslie and Knott. Let's just start there with our Ease prophecies, and we're going to skip over our primetime preview. Of course, we know big names, Landry Collette leading the way for Leslie County in over 1,300s passing this year and 354 yards rushing. White Hensley, of course, receiving the football. Then you've got this quadruplet of, receivers for Collette and Ostrander, Baker, Hoskins, and Maggard. And then, of course, this defense anchored by Bryce Pugh. And then you go on the Knott side, you get Gage Short, making huge plays. Chance Ambergy making plays, and they're, of course, led in tackles by Preston Shepard. And what's interesting is no sacks on the year for Knott County Central, so you got to wonder if they're going to be able to contain this air game of Leslie County. We'll start there with our prophecies. Ethan, let's go Leslie at Knott first.
I'm going to take Leslie. I'm going to take Leslie over Knott. I'm going to take them for the sole fact that they've had, I thought, some more, they've beat more competitive teams.
Right.
You know, so I'm going to take Leslie in a close one. I'd say 32-28.
Yeah, I think I got to take Leslie as well. Wes, are you back?
I'm here.
Okay, great. I thought we lost you for a second, and now you're back. Amazing. Prediction on Leslie at Knott.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one, man. I think it's just a little bit too much for the Patriots right now. But Leslie County always year in and year out has an athlete or two that kind of goes off and makes things happen, and I think that's going to take advantage over the game.
I agree, and I love not to take anything away from Knott. Obviously, I think they've got great momentum going. I hope they're going to compete this game.
Absolutely.
But we think Leslie pulls it out. Just for reference, the record on the year: Ethan's 18-4, I'm 17-5. Wes has no wins on the year. All right, we got Morgan at Breathitt. Let's make this one quick because it should be no losses either. Morgan at Breathitt?
I'm going to take Breathitt. Take Breathitt in the big one, 42-24.
Absolutely. Wes, anything different?
Did he say 42-24?
24. Do you think it's even that close?
I'd say 42-0.
I would probably be more on that train of thought too. Hell, it may be 50-0. I don't know. Perry at Clay. Really interesting matchup. Clay's supposed to be okay. You know, Perry kind of struggled last week, obviously, but obviously Clay did too. Perry at Clay. I think this one's interesting. It's at Clay. This is kind of dangerous.
While Wes is here, before we even talk about this game, did you hear Winston compare Kaiser to Tom Brady? Did you hear that? I just got to ask.
I did not hear this. I did not hear this.
The Perry game.
Listen,
Perry Electric Central.
Kaiser's in the top 50 in passing in the state. Don't you come at me.
And he compared
Don't you come at
Kaiser
me. Tom Brady was awful in high school. Don't you know?
That was the comparison.
No, get out of here. Whatever. I got to go eat.
I'm taking Perry in a close one.
Okay.
Close 21-17.
21-17. I love that. I love that score. I like that prophecy. Wes, where are you at?
It's going to be low scoring. In my heart, I'm with the Tigers. I think they're the better football club. But, man, 2 weeks in a row, they played Johnson Central, and then they played Letcher Central. You got to think they're beat up a little bit. They're tired. Close game. I'm going to be close to Ethan. I'm going to say the Tigers in a very, very close
Okay. All right. I like it. I'm okay. I like that you kind of leaning towards your hometown. I'm with it. I'm going to go Perry, but I do agree with both of you that I think it's just going to be I think it's going to be super close. And it would not shock me if this is a low-scoring game, coming off of knowing what Clay's coming off of and what Perry's coming off of. But I think Perry wins it close. One score. And then finally, we don't have a prediction concerning Letcher this week. They're, of course, off as JC waits for them next week. That game, I believe, is at Johnson.
It's at Johnson.
It is at Johnson.
It is.
So we'll get to that prediction next week. I want to save that one for next week. I know that's one everybody's itching to really think about and talk about. You've kind of already gave us your prophecy, but I'm going to allow you a week to possibly take that back, Wes, if you feel the urge to do so next week. Because I think we should try to bring you back on at least for a second next week to try to make this prediction. So to end things, I guess Hazard and Sayre. Hazard's making their way to Lexington. We saw the score with Pikeville and Sayre. Kind of put you in the mindset of where they're at, a lot to a little. Any surprises with Sayre and Hazard?
No, I think Hazard takes it. By a long
Hazard
shot.
blank last week, long travel, you still think they're okay?
Yeah, I think they're all right. I think they're going to take it.
Wes?
Man, I don't know. Hazard has a lot of momentum going right now, but that game is going to be It's going to be tough for them. Now, I think it's at Hazard, though, right?
Is it at Hazard? We said earlier it's at Hazard. I thought they had to travel. But you're right, it's at Hazard, which makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference, and I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to take the Bulldogs. You know what? I'm taking the Bulldogs. They're winning it, but it's going to be by like 3.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm good with that prediction. They kick a field goal. Mia Rouse kicks a field goal to win it. Hopefully it's not in the waning seconds. It's not going to be a Bengals loss or win. All right, man. I felt like we had an opportunity to take our time and we didn't. We made every second absolutely count here Before the Whistle. You got a special extra edition. Please enjoy the game tonight. You got Knott and Leslie, big time matchup of local teams. Man, Wes, great to have you, man. Any final thoughts?
Man, listen, I love being here with you guys. It's not the same as being out there on the grass with you all. I would have had pants on instead of freezing my legs off, but my leg hair is already long enough, Ethan. But I would love to be there with you two in person, but, this is great for now.
Absolutely. Man, we love you. I appreciate having you. E, final thoughts?
No, best show of the year. This is the funnest time I've had on the show all year.
Show of the year. Give us the Emmy.
Love you.
Don't run a reverse. I swear to God, Scangarello, whatever your name is, if you run a reverse Saturday, tomorrow, I swear to God,
please
I'm going to do something crazy.
I can talk about
I'm going to do something crazy. Go read the
flea
article.
Flicker. First play. Flea Flicker.
I just took my phone. Okay, back next week Before the Whistle. Enjoy the game. Bye.
My name is Jonathan Wilder. For years, myself and Ryan Mosley were litigation attorneys at 2 of Kentucky's busiest law firms.
We've joined together with one goal in mind: provide the highest level of legal representation possible to Eastern Kentuckians injured in car wrecks and by acts of negligence.
Here at the Wilder Law Firm, we are East Kentucky's trial team.
In Eastern Kentucky, being connected to the world has never been easier. With our 100 meg package at only $44.95 a month, you can be sure to always stay connected and up to date. But if that's not fast enough, we offer even faster, with the layest technology to make sure you're getting the most out of your service. Give us a call today or check out tgtel.com for more information. Thacker Grigsby, bringing the future to Eastern Kentucky.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard.
Carlin's home loan experience will be music to your ears. Carlin knows home loans like he knows his favorite song. And he puts all that experience to work at First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard. So if you think a home loan is complicated or difficult, Carlin looks forward to changing your tune. First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard. Your hometown friends. Your hometown bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran. I am an entrepreneur. I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Want to recognize a young lady on the cheerleading squad for Knott County Central. Miss Victoria Callahan, will you please go to the 50-yard line and please face the flag? Victoria Callahan. Please. We'll continue with this in just a second. Victoria, would you please turn around and look towards the scoreboard? We have a special surprise for you. I think you might know this gentleman coming towards you here. Welcome, Captain Callahan. Captain Callahan is home for the first time in 3 years. Is this not a grand reunion? One more big hand for Captain Callahan serving our country. And for Victoria for missing her dad for so long. And now, would everyone please rise, look towards the flag, towards the field house, or towards the gymnasium for our national anthem, sung by Miss Krista Hatmaker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? And for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Brought to you by Bank of Heinemann, Papa John's in Hazard, Thacker Grigsby, Mountain Arts Center, June and Joy Boutique, TVS Cable, Michelle Lawson, Attorney at Law, Paradise Pizza, and Hayden Citizens Bank.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Gene T. Watts Field in the Bank of Heinemann Stadium on the campus of Knott County Central High School here in Heinemann. I'm Harold Mullins along with David Adams, and it is time for our Friday night game of the week. The Bank of Heinemann Game of the Week live on Hometown 24. Tonight, the Leslie County Eagles come to town, a record of 3-4 on the season, and they'll take on these Knott County Central Patriots, winner of 2 and losers of 3. David Adams, it has been a couple of weeks since I've been with you. Many thanks to the guys that filled in for me while I was traipsing through the Northlands, but good to be back.
Well, Harold, it's good to have you back, and it's good to be on Friday night football, ready to go here on the Bank of Heinemann Game of the Week. And, Everybody was giving you a rough time, Wes and Winston, but we took up for you.
Well, I'm glad you
we
did.
Took up
I
for
had a
you.
chance.
We really did.
I sit back while I was away the 2 weeks and watched the Coup games on that was on TV and through the device. And thanks to Devin who took over for me one night. Appreciate him. And you guys did a great job. You didn't miss a beat.
Well, we had a good time and had some exciting football. And, to be honest with you, football season seemed to have flew by. I mean, we're getting ready. It's going to be playoff time here before you know it, getting kicked off here, Harold. And it's just amazing how time goes by.
Coach Randall Mullins and his bunch of Patriots starting to play a little better. This team really under a lot of adversity from the first of the season all the way up into the present time. But Coach Mullins seems to have them playing pretty good, and they played well the last time out, and they'll need to play well tonight if they're going to play with this Leslie County Eagle team.
Yeah, Leslie County's got some age on their team, Harold, and they got some strength. They move well. They can pass the football, and Knott County very young. At times they'll have probably 6 or 7 freshmen on the field at times, Harold. So, but they are improving. I seen that last week in the game, some things going on. So you just keep working and take that young team and keep building them.
And they're going to have to be at the top of their game tonight because they face a Leslie County team that is led by Landry Colley.
Yes.
And he may be as good a quarterback as they'll see all year long.
He hits his target well, and he can throw the deep ball, Harold. And strong kid, got the strong arm, as you mentioned, and very good quarterback.
Far from being a one-dimensional team, though, they run the ball pretty good with Wyatt Hensley and Dalton Maggard in the backfield. Those two guys can carry the mail as well.
Absolutely, and their line is blocking well, and they're improving. So Leslie County's not a team. You have to play good, solid football to play with them. No question about that.
Meanwhile, those were our impact players for Leslie County. Let's look over and take a look at the Knott County Central Patriots. And, of course, we got to start off with a quarterback, Gage Short. He's only a sophomore. This young man seems to be getting better and better every game. And, of course, his big target on the outside is Chance Hamburg, only a freshman. So these two young men, along with Shane Gibson, really give the Patriots something to look forward to as they head into the next couple of years.
Yeah, Gibson, a freshman as well. And he ran the ball quite a bit last week for Knott Central. So, Harold, he's been involved with the offense a lot more now.
Knott County's still back in the field house. He's yet to come out. And, boy, before the playing with national anthem, a very, very nice gesture from Knott County Central. They have a cheerleader, Callahan, Christy Callahan, I believe her name. She had not seen her dad in 3 years. He is a Army captain and has not been home in 3 years. Well, he is home tonight, and they brought her out to the 50-yard line. She had no idea her dad was here and brought him from the end zone down to our right out to the 50-yard line. Quite a reunion.
It was
and
indeed.
A very, very nice thing to see. And Captain Callahan, we take our hats off to you. Thank you very much for your service.
Absolutely, Harold. And, just imagine a young kid like that not get to see her dad for 3 years. And, what a sacrifice our soldiers make. And, Harold, America appreciates them a lot.
You're exactly right. Patriots come out on the field through the fog and the fog machine, and we're about ready to get this one underway. Leslie County, near sideline to us here, and Knott County, of course, across the way. Sperry Line now leaving the field as we're about ready to get this one underway. Knott County Central playing a little bit better and better as the weeks has gone by. I've really been impressed with Anthony Clayton. I think he's played well for the Patriots as well. And also, you got to tip your hat.
I thought Gibson carried the football well last week as well.
But they're welcoming back Caleb King. First game back since the first game of the year when he went out with a broken collarbone. He's back and will be playing in the backfield tonight. The flip of the coin coming up out on the field right now.
perfect football weather here at the Bank of Hyman game of the week at Knott County Central High School. Temperature just right, and no wind, Earl. That makes it a little
big crowd on hand. Big crowd on hand for this one.
Absolutely.
Very impressed with the size of the crowd we have for this one. Flip of the coin going on out at midfield right now, and
we're already at 59 degrees, Harold. Perfect football temperature.
Flip of the coin is in the air, and it appears like it looks like Leslie. No, they're going to play. Still no indication. Looks like they're going to flip it again. No. So Knott County.
Here we go.
Looks like Leslie County has won the toss and will receive to get this one underway. So Knott County will play defense first and will try to shut down Mr. Collett early on.
Notice that Mr. Collett in warm-ups, Harold, throwing the ball extremely well and throwing it deep. So got a good arm. So interested to watch him play for the first time this season.
Want to say hello to a former Patriot cheerleader that's checking us out tonight from Elizabethtown, Roberta Waddell.
Hey!
She's been under the weather. Been down in the South Pacific somewhere, enjoying the sun and the
hope she's doing
surf
better.
And come back and got the
she's
pneumonia. So, hey, if you got to play, you got to pay, they tell me. And so she's paying the price for playing in Cancun.
Maybe the next time she goes down, she might stay a little week longer, maybe.
Yeah, you know.
Who knows?
But anyway, we certainly hope she's feeling better and an avid listener of Hometown 24.
Absolutely. She's in. She watches the games all the time, really, Harold.
And a shout-out to my friend in Maine, Frank Michoud.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's watches and listens or watches us all the time. He's a big basketball fan, but he's watched a few of our football games as well. If he's watching tonight, we send a shout out to him. Here's the kick, low and along the ground, picked up and now dropped. Still with it, and now cutting upfield, and only the kicker to beat. And it's going to be 6-0 Leslie County after a fumble to kick, and it took the Eagles 10 seconds to break out on top.
Well, you know, he had trouble getting the football. It was bouncing over here and over there, and he comes back, and we have a klutz touchdown, Harold, already, as you mentioned, 10 seconds in the football game.
Boy, that is something that you just don't want to see happen right off the bat. It looked like they may be in position to really get a turnover, but instead they converged, got out of their lanes, and Leslie County went the distance.
Seemed like the Patriots had a lot of people in the middle of the field that time.
Kick is good. It is 7-0, just underway at Hyman. Let's take a break. We'll come back. You're watching Hometown 24.
Some may see you as victims, and no doubt you have lost much and endured even more. But we at KRCC see you as the strong and resilient survivors that you are, and our team stands ready side by side with you as you rebuild your lives and we help rebuild the communities that we all hold so dear. If you need our help, please call KRCC at 1-800-262-7491 or stop by any KRCC location and ask for help. KRCC cares.
We're back, and that was number 5, Wyatt Hensley, that took that back for the touchdown. And a 7-0 Leslie County lead, and we played 10 seconds.
Yeah,
so that didn't take long.
No, Hensley, a good athlete, Harold. He plays basketball for the Eagles and baseball player as well.
Well, it's going to be a long night for us up here, as you can not tell the numbers of these Leslie County players. Their numbers are in light gold. The jerseys are white, and you just, at best, going to be guessing. Here's a kick. And the Patriots will come up, pick it up at the 21-yard line, and looking for running room. Ambergy up the gut, and he's up to the 40-yard line and a first down.
Good field position there. And you got to go up and visit your buddy in Maine. How was the trip?
Oh, it was outstanding. I went to up to Sugarloaf, the ski resort up in northern Maine. I went up there and spent a few days and then came back and spent the rest of my time on the coast, the coast of Maine, and it is absolutely spectacular up there. It's beautiful. The leaves were in peak form, and just a great place to be in the fall of the year. And here comes a flag.
Have they got 12 men on the field? They're still talking it over. I thought Knott Central only had 10, and then he ran out. So maybe he'll pick the flag up.
He is going to pick that one up and put it back in his pocket as the Patriots were one man down and ran a man in from the sideline.
Yeah.
And here we go. Handoff, and that is Clayton, who bucks across the 40 to the 43-yard line, and it is second down coming up.
Shepard running the football.
Was it Shepard? I'm sorry.
Clayton was the lead blocker at the fullback position and did a good job. Leslie County looks like they have some good strength and
Senior
size
night tonight here at the field, and the Patriots had 4 seniors on their roster, so they were recognized. Second down coming up, second down and 7. Out of the wishbone. Short leaves it off, full back to the 45, and that's about it. A couple of yards there. Third down coming up. Really impressed with the crowd that's here for senior night.
Yep, Morgan in on the tackle for Leslie County, number 65 that time. And you are right, Harold. Those numbers are a little tough to pick up.
Third down and 5, wide out, 2 to the right and 2 to the left as they break the bone. Short looks over to the sideline, now calls his play, and he's going to run it himself. Short has a first down and more. Cross midfield down to the 40-yard line. Short picked up 15.
Did a nice job of faking the handoff her and getting behind of a blocker and found the gap, and some big-time yards for Short. High school football on Friday night. Hard to beat.
Season, as you said, rapidly slipping away.
Yes, it is. Looks like Knott County, good matchup over here with Ambergy.
Same formation, sent a man in motion across the formation. Gage back to pass. Fires it, intended for Ambergy, a little high, second down.
Ambergy normally brings those in just a little out of his reach.
Before the night's over with, we'll take a look at maybe you can do that at the halftime show at the start of district tournament play in volleyball.
Coming this week.
This week. The 53rd district played at June Buchanan, I believe. It'll be Knott County playing June Buchanan, and Letcher Central will play Cordia in the first round of the 53rd district. We'll get all that information out to you at halftime. Second down and 10. Short again with a broken bone. And they'll turn and hand it off. Ball was free, and Leslie County has it. Fumble. And coming up off the bottom of that stack was number 54, looks like.
Fugit, number 54, Fugit, with recovery for
No, it was
Leslie County.
64. Caleb Fugit, 64.
Is he 64?
I think so. At any rate, a turnover, and this has been the Patriots' bugaboo most of the year, David.
Yeah, it's a costly turnover. You're on a drive and doing pretty well, and you give the football up.
Collie will go out of the shotgun, and he rolls to the right, looking to pass. Got a man wide open, and is he inbounds? Yes, he is, down at the 34-yard line.
That is Allstander with a nice catch, Earl.
Allstander is
good speed.
Number 3.
Very
he was well behind the defensive back there.
Yes.
First down, Leslie County already up 7-0. And the Patriots are in the backfield, and that early movement will cost them 5 yards. Coach Eddie Melton team 3-4 on the year. Looking to even their record after week 8 at 4-4 with a win tonight. Of course, this is the 14th day of October, which means the start of basketball practice begins tomorrow across the Commonwealth. Call it loose on the corner. Trying to get to the outside. That flag comes in, and he's out of bounds, but we've got a flag and maybe a hold over there.
Matter of fact, there is flags all over the field.
They're going to mark this one back from the 15-yard line all the way back to the 24, and it's going to bring up.
ProMart is our sponsor of the old flag.
Okay, take it back to the 25. Is going to make it first down and a yard. First and a yard to go. Need to make the 29. That would, they can't get the down in the distance, so it should be first down again. I mean, it would be nice if it could get the down and distance both, but that's not possible. So it should be first down, and whoever, not that it's going to make much difference, I would think, but we'll just have to wait and see. Call it. Back to pass. Fires. Wide open. Nobody within 10 yards of him. Touchdown, Leslie County. And so Leslie County with 8:59 to go first quarter, lead at 13-0, and we'll have the try for extra point coming up.
They're going for the extra point here, Harold.
I would call the kicker's name, but I can't tell what his number is. Osborne, they tell me, is the kicker. There used to be a rule that you couldn't, that you had to have a distinct, different colored number than the jersey.
Yeah, a darker number.
But obviously that rule has been gone by the wayside. Kick is up and good, 14-0, and the Patriots have dug themselves a hole early. David, they could not afford to let this happen.
No, really, the Eagles have scored on two simple plays, really, Harold, and they're moving the football very quickly. And Knott Central needs to have their offensive drives and take some time and put some points on the board and keep Leslie County on defense more than offense. Big college football tomorrow. That Tennessee and Alabama game, Harold, you had mentioned before. I think that is probably the prime game tomorrow, no question.
I'd say that's the 3:30 prime time game.
I would think so. Our good buddy Marty Mullins. I want to say hello to him down in Lexington, Hurl. He's always a big hometown 24. David and Ann Dixon over at Lost Creek. Good to have them along as they're big sports fans. And your old pal, Darren Mullins as well.
Alabama and Tennessee, that is a 3:30 start on CBS tomorrow. Prime time.
Absolutely.
And if Alabama's quarterback is not back, I'm afraid it's going to be a long day for the Crimson Tide.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Harold. Tennessee with Alabama's quarterback could be a pretty good football game.
Well, I think it's going to be a good football game, but I don't think Alabama's got a chance of winning it if they don't have their quarterback.
I agree. Tennessee's got some speed on that defense on both sides of the football.
Vanderbilt played Georgia. Arkansas will play BYU tomorrow. LSU and Florida, that should be a pretty good game. That's a 7 o'clock game. And, of course, on the SEC Network, Kentucky and Mississippi State at 7:30. And tonight, going on in Lexington at 7 o'clock was the start time. Midnight Madness in the Bluegrass. Here goes Ambergy looking for some room. Now gets up the outside and across the 45 he goes. And the Patriots will take over there. And, of course, it is the official start of practice.
Yes.
For college and also for high school tomorrow at the 15th. I talked to Knott County's girls basketball coach earlier. He plans on beginning his practice Sunday afternoon.
Getting ready for the season. It won't be long.
Won't be long.
And Menu will be at Pippa Pass's November 17th for a college doubleheader against Point Park out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Is that our first game?
That will be at Alice Lloyd.
Boy-girl doubleheader.
Yes.
A conference game in mid-November.
Absolutely.
Boy, that's really.
It's on a Thursday night, too.
That's strange to start the conference so early in the season.
They've got a few games before then, but that'll be Hometown 24's first game over.
So get the calendars out. Basketball season on Hometown 24 begins November the 17th, and that is Alice Lloyd. That's a week before Thanksgiving, I believe.
And Thanksgiving is a very good time, Harold Mullins.
Yes, it is.
Good food.
But the basketball season for high school starts the Monday after Thanksgiving.
That is correct. Yep.
And that's usually around the end of November. Back to pass short. They're coming after him. Screen pass set up. Gets it to Shepard, and he is hemmed in, taken down. Lost about 5 on the play.
Nice defense by Leslie County there, number 56. That's Sparks for Leslie County.
Third down. Really looking forward to high school basketball season.
Yes. Got some good teams in there, I feel. If you just take a guess at what Menu knows from the teams coming back from last year, you would have to put the Bobcats and Bulldogs and Commodores right there, Harold, fighting quite a bit, going at it.
Short on a quarterback draw, gets to midfield and bring up fourth down.
And, there's some other teams in the area I think could surprise us. Look at Leslie County. They've got a couple good kids back. And
I really think that the girls basketball is going to be much more competitive than the boys.
I do too. I think it's going to be a good season for the girls in the region.
Here's the kick, and it goes out of bounds back at the 27-yard line. So a good kick there, and the Patriots will try to stop this Eagle onslaught.
6:22 left in the first quarter, 14-0, Leslie County.
So tomorrow, man can sleep in a little bit, get his snacks ready, and pile them up beside his recliner, and sit back and watch some good collegiate football.
Yes.
Well, it's Lee County with Collett sending a couple of men out to the left. And Collett back to pass. They're coming after him. He fires it incomplete, not even close. They got good pressure on him that time, and he was not ready to unload that ball.
No, that play got blown up very quickly, and I think he was looking maybe try to set the screen up because the defense of the Patriots went through the line pretty quick, Earl. So I expected a screen pass there to be set up, but nobody was there to throw it to.
Second down. Collett sends the man in motion and hand it off, and a gaping hole to the outside. And down he goes at the 47-yard line, first down.
It's Kentucky Farm Bureau first down. Rick Bolin, they're a sponsor of that. Looks like Shepard was in on the tackle there for Knott County. Also Ambergy, number 11.
First and 10. Leslie County has had no problem moving the football against Knott County.
No.
To this point. Collett pitches back and taken down for a loss of a yard. That was Wyatt Bailey, or correction, that was Wyatt Ostrander.
Yep, Gibson in on the tackle for Knott County. Shane Gibson, a freshman.
Second down, 11. First negative play of the night for Leslie County. Back to pass. Collett fires it long and over the head of his intended receiver. It's going to bring up third down, 11.
Collette's showing his arm strength there. Throws a very catchable football. It's got a good spiral on it. Very impressed with his arm. I look for the Eagles to put the football in the air. Screen pass is not out of the question either at this time of the football.
They're down in 11.
Yeah.
They have been very successful when they have put it up, and like you said, I see no reason for them not to do it here. Pugh in the backfield, they'll hand it off, and first down and more up the sideline. All the way down inside the 10-yard line and finally taken down.
Big hole there and a lot of running room, and the Leslie County Eagles take advantage of that with 4:28 to go in the quarter. And that is a Kentucky Farm Bureau first down. And we have a
injured Patriot down on the field. Looks like the young man that made the tackle, slow to get up.
And we can
take a break. Yep. And we'll come back. You're watching Hometown 24.
I'm Brock Childers, candidate for Knott County PVA in the upcoming November election. Our current PVA is retiring, and as the only certified appraiser, sales associate, and auctioneer on the ballot, I'm uniquely qualified to hold this position. Most importantly, I'm a Christian, a husband, a father, and a proud Knott Countian, If you elect me as your PVA, I'll always stand with the Knott County property owner.
Please vote for my daddy.
My name is Jonathan Wilder. For years, myself and Ryan Mosley were litigation attorneys at two of Kentucky's busiest law firms.
We've joined together with one goal in mind: provide the highest level of legal representation possible to Eastern Kentuckians injured in car wrecks and by acts of negligence.
Here at the Wilder Law Firm, we are East Kentucky's trial team.
Dawson Stemper was the player checking up on the play, made the tackle. Now football down to the 6-yard line. First down, goal to go, Leslie County. 4:21 to go, trying to go up on top by 3 scores. Clock runs now, and Collett back to pass. Fires it for the corner of the end zone. Incomplete, overthrew his man. And it'll bring up second down. The guy coming out of the backfield that went into the slot really looked to be wide open, but they instead
Pass a little while, yeah.
They instead chose to go for the corner of the end zone. Second down coming up. I understand, talking to the athletic director here at Knott County before the game, bids have been let out on the upgrade of the football facility here at Knott County Central, and this is the last game of the year here, so as a little counter play, and touchdown Leslie County, 26-0. Or 20-0. It looks like, from what I was able to ascertain, the concession stand that is now sitting over there will be converted into all bathrooms. And a new concession stand and ticket booth will be built where you come up on the football field at the gate over here. And, of course, the bleachers will be torn down. New bleachers will become, that will seat 1,900 people. And a new press box. So, new facilities all the way around by the time football season begins next year. 21-0 with 3:56 to go. And, David, this old stadium been here a long time. Time for a little reboot.
Yeah, it's been with the school not since it started, but whenever football come about here in Knott County, it's been here and had a lot of football games on it, middle school games and high school games. So
congratulations to the Knott County 7th and 8th grade team. They beat McGoffin County here last night and won the district.
And
congratulations.
Congratulations to those 5th and 6th graders as well, being runner-up in the grade school football.
If you're a baseball fan and in this area, you very well could be rooting for the Atlanta Braves. Well, suck it up. They got beat again today, so they're behind 2-1 in the playoffs. So Philadelphia, as the number 6 seed in the National League, looking to oust the number 2 seed Atlanta Braves.
Baseball is a game you just never know.
No, you do not.
You got a good pitcher on the mound that's playing well and you're hitting the baseball, you've got an opportunity.
Saw where Mattress Mac from Houston bet $10 million in Las Vegas today on the Astros to win the World Series. If I had $10 million, don't believe I would take a chance on losing it on a baseball game. Do you?
I don't think so. Short with the return for Knott County.
And here comes the flag. Evidently a little extracurricular activity went on there.
A Pro-Mart flags. Notice I
When
didn't
you
say flag.
see the
I said
zebras start
flags.
walking together reaching for that pencil, that means somebody has said a bad word. When they grab for that pencil, that means they're writing down number of a personal
Unsportsmanlike
and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yes.
And of course, 2 of those will get you hoosted, but they have to write that information down. Let's see who it's on. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Leslie County. And, of course, they'll point the other way, and another 30 seconds of my life totally wasted right here.
Hey.
The worst call in all of sports is the offsetting penalties. I just get upset every time they do that. Why do you go through a big rigmarole of marking and pointing and waving and set the ball right back where it's at and play? Just totally hate that penalty. First down, Patriots, 39-yard line. That is a total and complete, in my opinion, cop-out. To me, that's like in basketball, the double foul. Somebody had to do something, okay? Let's face it. And I've never been a fan of a double foul in basketball or offsetting penalties in football.
I've seen here of late, I've seen that call at the college level quite a bit too, at times. I've seen that.
And then that's a waste there as well.
So you're saying if you throw that yellow flag, somebody is
going to get marked off against it. It's not going to stand there and wave and point both directions and set it right back down. First down, Patriots at the 34. Handoff right up the middle, nowhere to go, and taken down. Here comes a flag from the back judge. Nobody within 50 yards of the referee, and he has thrown a flag. Now, wonder what this one is about. A face mask. The referee farthest from the play is the only one that saw that.
It must have been not at the play. It must have been away from the play.
The referee farthest from the play is the only referee that saw the face mask, and he was the farthest one away. I love it. Mark off the 15 yards across to the midfield stripe, and with 3:34 to go, and the Patriots will have it. We got timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 21-0 Eagles. We'll be back.
In Eastern Kentucky, being connected to the world has never been easier. With our 100 meg package at only $44.95 a month, you can be sure to always stay connected and up to date. But if that's not fast enough, we offer even faster, with the layest technology to make sure you're getting the most out of your service. Give us a call today or check out tgtel.com for more information. Thacker Grigsby, bringing the future to Eastern Kentucky.
Welcome back to Hyman, Kentucky, Knott County Central High School. First quarter action here, 3:34 to go. 21-0 Leslie County, Knott County Central with the football. They'll be at midfield strike hurl at the 50-yard line, and looks like we can get back to playing a little football here.
Yes, sir. First down at midfield, 3:34 to go. In the first quarter, a very slow-moving first quarter. Gage Short in the backfield for the Patriots, the quarterback. Quarterback draw right up the middle. He got maybe a yard before he is wrestled to the turf. Second down and 9.
And we have another flag.
Another flag comes in, and All of a sudden, this thing has turned into an awful lot of yellow laundry on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Number 64 is going to be guilty of the
personal foul. Spearing against Leslie County.
And that's 15 more.
And that's another major one. I didn't see a whole lot going on there, did you? Football down at the 34, first down Patriots. Short hands it off right up the middle. Clayton maybe 3 to the 20 to the 30-yard line.
And there for Leslie County. Still having a little trouble with numbers. Don't know if that's 85 or 55. It's maybe 65, Harold. You are right.
I cannot see the numbers.
Morgan is 65. So Morgan will get the
move
tackle.
that ball back to the 31-yard line. So gain of only 2 on well, maybe 3 on the play. Second down and 7. Knott County down by 3 scores. Needs to get on the board here. And Short wants the pass. Fires it long. And it's intercepted.
Just over the hands of Ambergy.
Ball was overthrown. Leslie County comes up with it, and they'll have the football at the 20-yard line. I believe it interception took place in the end zone. So the Patriots not helping themselves. Second turnover already of the game for Knott County.
Yeah, that hurts. That occurred on your scoring drive, and you were trying to put 6 on the board.
It'll be first down for Leslie County, 20-yard line, 2:13 to go, first quarter. Don't understand what the delay is here. Leslie County gave up 2 major penalties in that last drive, but then with the interception, gives them the ball back at the 20. And here's a jet sweep to the outside and running room. Still on his feet out to the 35. A lot of juking and turning. Not a lot of north and south, but enough for a first down.
Shane Gibson in on the tackle for Knott County.
Hazard at home tonight playing Lexington Sayre. That's a big district game, and then coming up in the very near future, and I believe it's next week, Hazard and Pikeville at Pikeville. And Pikeville is an awfully good football team.
Yes, they are.
Right up the middle, running for a couple of yards, maybe 3. Leslie County will have it second down and 7.
Gibson and Shepard in on the tackle for Knott Central.
Leslie County inside the final 45 seconds of the first quarter. Here's another jet sweep and a first down. Out to about the 47-yard line, and it'll be first down. Leslie County as
Shepard, another tackle.
They may
for him.
or may not get another playoff before the quarter ends.
May have a shot at one more, Harold. Maybe. But it doesn't look like they're in a hurry with 30 seconds. But maybe possibly one more.
Yeah, they're going to come to the line of scrimmage now with 24 seconds. And what do we got? A flag comes down offsides against Knott County Central. And that'll be a 5-yard mark off against the Patriots.
The old football coaches used to say, guys, if you're on that front line, watch the football.
They may go ahead and let the clock run out here. Final 7 seconds.
So. Yes.
And we'll go to the end of one quarter with a score. Leslie County 21, Knott County Central nothing. We'll take a break. You're watching the Bank of Hindman Game of the Week live on Hometown 24.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Second quarter getting ready to get started here at Knott County Central. 21-0 Leslie County, and at the half we will try to get some other scores in and see what's going on around the area in football, high school Friday night football. Hard to beat on this beautiful, beautiful football Friday night. Senior night at Knott Central as well.
It's been a rather pretty day in the mountains.
It has indeed. The wind really kicked up. A lot of leaves I noticed.
Most of them landing in my front yard. But I think that cold weather is slowly on its way.
It is, and dread cold weather. I like
more
that.
of a warm weather man.
Yeah,
are
I
you?
am too. Yes.
First down, Leslie County and 5, and that little counter play, a lot of room and a first down to the 40-yard line, and that was number 3, Wyatt Ostander.
Ostander is good speed and really follows his blocks well.
First down for Leslie County as they methodically march toward the Patriot goal line. Already up 21-0. And Collett wants more. Fires wide open, middle of the field, diving incomplete. Boy, his man was wide open. Collett just underthrew that one.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity there, but just could not hang on to the football. So we will go second down and 10 again for the Eagles. And by the way, Hometown 24 next week, Harold will be in Hyden for Leslie and Breathitt. Should be a good football game.
Prairie Central on the road tonight at Clay County.
And you got any score on that?
No, I do not. I just know they're on the road tonight at Clay County.
That should be a good game.
Decent, yes.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. And Collett runs it himself and won't get a whole lot, maybe 3 yards. Breathitt County playing Morgan County, I believe, tonight. That is a district game.
Yes. That's at Morgan County. I seen something on that earlier today.
Third down. And Collett to pass. Over the middle. And it is complete, but he's going to be well short of the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down and a long 4, maybe a short 5.
And we'll say hello to our buddy Harold down in Breathitt County, David Ritchie, looking in tonight, and glad to have him along. He's a big fan of Hometown 24, and Dave, hope you enjoy the game.
Looks like Kentucky landed another highly sought-after recruit. That's fourth down. Collett going long and incomplete. And Knott County will get the football on downs as this pass was a little short and incomplete. Kentucky has landed a commitment from Aaron Bradshaw.
Pretty good.
5-star center from New Jersey. Not one of my favorite places.
I noticed that UK is coming to the Appalachian Wireless Arena for a blue-white game.
Yeah, blue-white game coming up next week sometime, isn't it? I believe that's next week, 22nd maybe. Maybe next weekend, next Saturday night maybe.
Looking for that will be a treat.
Are you going?
Nice arena.
Are you
I
going?
don't know yet.
First down and running hard and ahead for about 8 yards was Shepherd, number 20.
I tell you, one of my favorite games, Harold, is this college football. I'm getting to like it better than the basketball.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy Saturday and in the fall watching collegiate football. You're right. Are you like our buddy Josh Cornett? You know, I mean, he is a Bob Stoops hater. Are you a Bob Stoops hater?
No.
No?
Nope.
And the middle.
Nice defense by number 64. That's Fugit for Leslie County. What's that report?
Highlands is leading Covington Catholic in football. That's a pretty good matchup up in northern Kentucky. Highlands, of course, coached by former Patriot head coach Bob Spires. I tell you, our good friend Jay Cobb over in Trinity is having some rough going, isn't he?
Well, you know Jay Cobb, he may get things lined
a
out.
flag and an offsides and an automatic first down. Louisville Trinity is not used to losing 4, 5, and 6 games a season.
No, they are not.
Even though they play a college schedule, you know, I mean, I understand that.
Yeah. So,
first down, Patriots short of midfield.
This is a drive Knott County needs to put something on the board with 7:58 to go.
Knott County has been unable to complete any passes. They've not run a great deal with a great deal of success. And this is a drive they need to try to get something started. Short comes out of the pocket on the run. Midfield, hit, out of bounds, 48-yard line, picked up about 5.
And on the tackle, number 10, that's Eastep for Leslie County. Second down and 4 coming up for Knott Central with 7:31 to go until the half.
I did ask the athletic director where the elevator would be installed at to get us up to the press box at the new facility. He assured me that that was under consideration. Handoff up the middle, 45-yard line, short of a first down. By a couple of yards, it'll bring up third down.
Yep. Looks like 3rd and 2 coming up for Knott County. And then on the tackle, Morgan and Holland. Also number 85 for Leslie County, Whit, was in on that as well.
Third down and 2. 4 down territory here, I'm sure, for the Patriots. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and they'll turn, pitch it, and Shepherd will get that first down, and I believe the ball came out.
Looks like Knott County.
They have turned it over again. Leslie County comes up with a football in the 3rd turnover of the night.
You know, you just don't have a chance when you do that. You just don't.
3 turnovers in the first half will not get it done.
Nope, it will not.
You can do that, but you can't do that and win.
That is correct.
40-yard line, Leslie County, 6:35 to go. Plenty of time to get another score on the board. Handoff up the middle, and Stutter stepping his way into the hole and not getting a whole lot. Maggard was the ball carrier.
Thornsbury in on the tackle for Knott Central, number 68.
Cleveland Guardians defeated the Yankees today and even that series at 1 game each. Phillies winner over the Braves, and the Phillies lead that series 2-1. Dodgers and Padres, that series tied at 1. They'll play later. Back to pass over the middle, incomplete.
Pass is just a little out of reach of his receiver so far in this football game, going deep tonight.
College football underway tonight. It is SMU leading Navy 13-0. That is in the 2nd quarter. University of Texas San Antonio playing Florida International. That's no score in that one. Big win for West Virginia last night. They defeated Baylor 43-40.
That is a good win. Very good win for West Virginia.
And, of course, in Lexington, Midnight Madness underway. And with Oscar out with a procedure on his knee, things won't be nearly as interesting, will they?
No, I thought he come along pretty good by the end of the year last year, Harold. I thought he was very
well. He won the National Player of the Year,
shooting the basketball very well. I mean, I thought at the start of the year I watched
15
him
points
play.
and 15 rebounds. That's a pretty good
But
year.
I seen him go out on the floor a little bit towards the end
they
of the
say
season.
he has
Yeah.
improved his shooting this year as well.
Yeah. He's got the strength. He can move, But I'm glad to see him start shooting that ball away from the hoop.
Speaking of Alice Lloyd, I understand they'll be going for a scrimmage. The pass complete. Outlander,
20.
and he is inside the 10 and out of bounds. That was an outstanding catch right there.
It was indeed. A very good catch.
Auslander is.
Alice Lloyd will be going to Leslie County.
Yes.
For a scrimmage.
For a scrimmage, yes.
Yes.
I was wondering how your buddy John Mills and his girls team coming along.
They will have a competitive team this year. They will. They have a pretty good ball club.
And, of course, the boys' team should be pretty good as well.
I think so. The boys' team should be right up there. They've got a lot of returning players. So.
As a handoff and a cut back into the middle of the field and a touchdown for Leslie County. And now we stand one touchdown away from a running clock. It is 27-0. Maggard with the touchdown for Leslie County.
Extra point attempt coming up for Leslie County, and it's good.
It is good, and it is 28-0. 5:30 to go. Second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're watching Hometown 24.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
I understand the running clock rule is 36, not 35, so Leslie County would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get a running clock. The Patriots just trying to hang on to the football.
3 turnovers have not really helped the Patriots tonight, And Harold, every time they've had that turnover, Leslie County has marched down and put 7 on the board.
Yeah, they have taken advantage of Knott County's turnovers for sure. Osborne will kick off again for Leslie County. And it's low and bouncing along the ground. Somebody better get on it, and finally it is picked up, and
Ambergy
will bring it out to around the 30-yard line.
Can the Cats beat Mississippi State, Harold Moses?
We'll have to play a lot better than they have.
Last week, the quarterback, of course, was out. But, watching that game, I thought they didn't have the effort at times, Harold.
Well, when you lose your heart and soul, and that's what Will Levis is to that football team. He is their heart and soul.
Yeah.
And when you get that taken away, it has an adverse effect. It shouldn't, but it does. And here goes Short, streaming to the outside and gets up across the 35.
Clock continues to run at 5:05 to go, second quarter.
Pick up a 5 on the play for Short. Patriots trying to put a drive together. Handoff up the middle and losing a couple of yards. Maybe one was Clayton 22.
Yeah. Had nowhere to go there. Defense right on him. Linebackers. Clock continues to move. It's like wideouts each way here. Also, Knott County may be putting that football in the air.
Third down, a swing pass over, but that's not going to get it done. And that's going to bring a fourth down and maybe 4.
Patriots behind, can't afford to get gun shy. That's for sure. Harold down 28-0. You want to make sure you get going here.
Fourth down, Patriots look like they may be going for him.
Yep.
Fourth down and about 3. They need to make the 40, and somebody jumped offside. No, it is going to be on Knott County Central.
False start on
somebody left early.
Yep.
That'll bring it up fourth down and 8. Now they may have to kick it away. Fourth down, and the Patriots send the punter in. And here it comes. Low and picked up at the 35 with running room. Gets to the outside. And this one's going to go to the house.
Witt
and
is gone.
Leslie County has returned their second kick for a touchdown, 34-0.
And Mr. Witt has the privilege of both of those.
So it looks like they will try to kick the extra point, or will they go for 2?
They're going to go for the 2-point conversion, Harold.
And try to get a running clock, and why not? I may have to take a time out here, as time is going to be running short. They will go for 2. Rush to the line of scrimmage and to the man in motion and running and getting into the end zone will be the quarterback. Call it, and it is 36-0, and the running clock will start now, and this game will not last very much longer.
No. It will be a very, very short football game now.
The halftime will be longer than anything else we have from here to the end of the game.
Yes, you are right.
$36-0, minute 50 to go, clock running, and the second half will be a running clock throughout the second half, and So we're going to get an early exit from the football field tonight.
Yes, this may be our earliest game of the year, Harold, to be honest with you.
But, boy, you just cannot turn the ball over 3 times and a half and hope to have a great result. And the return all the way out to the 47-yard line.
That was Dobson carrying the football for Knott County.
And now they will start the clock back as they set it ready for play. So we'll have a couple of plays, and then we'll arrive at halftime, and the second half will be rather quickly, David Adams.
Yes, it will.
We'll try to see if we can round up any scores during halftime. Short trying to get outside, and he is hemmed in and taken down. They're going to blow it dead as the ball was taken away and headed the other way, but they will blow it dead. And
looks like the ball will be placed just past 50, near the 49. Be second down coming up for Knott County with about 18 seconds to go. They've got time to get one play.
this
So
will be the last play of the first half.
So look for Ambergy to be involved with this. With the play deep with 5 seconds and the short
Straight up the middle, and he's taken down in the horn sound. Halftime at Hindman, Kentucky, where Leslie County leads Knott County Central 36-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back. The Man Toyota at the Hive coming up shortly on Hometown 24. We'll be back.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage Plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard.
Carlin's home loan experience will be music to your ears. Carlin knows home loans like he knows his favorite song. And he puts all that experience to work at First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard. So if you think a home loan is complicated or difficult, Carlin looks forward to changing your tune. First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard. Your hometown friends. Your hometown bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran. I am an entrepreneur. I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Some may see you as victims, and no doubt you have lost much and endured even more. But we at KRCC see you as the strong and resilient survivors that you are, and our team stands ready side by side with you as you rebuild your lives and we help rebuild the communities that we all hold so dear. If you need our help, please call KRCC at 1-800-262-7491 or stop by any KRCC location and ask for help. KRCC cares.
I'm Brock Childers, candidate for Knott County PVA in the upcoming November election. Our current PVA is retiring, and as the only certified appraiser, sales associate, and auctioneer on the ballot, I'm uniquely qualified to hold this position. Most importantly, I'm a Christian, a husband, a father, and a proud Knott Countyan. If you elect me as your PVA, I'll always stand with the Knott County property owner.
Please vote for my daddy.
My name is Jonathan Wilder. For years, myself and Ryan Mosley were litigation attorneys at two of Kentucky's busiest law firms.
We've joined together with one goal in mind: provide the highest level of legal representation possible to Eastern Kentuckians injured in car wrecks and by acts of negligence.
Here at the Wilder Law Firm, we are East Kentucky's trial team.
In Eastern Kentucky, being connected to the world has never been easier. With our 100 meg package at only $44.95 a month, you can be sure to always stay connected and up to date. But if that's not fast enough, we offer even faster, with the layest technology to make sure you're getting the most out of your service. Give us a call today or check out tgtel.com for more information. Thacker Grigsby, bringing the future to Eastern Kentucky.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
When it comes to your family's health care, making the right connection is easy with just a call, click, or visit to one of Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation's clinics serving Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Our providers cover the full spectrum of medicine for the whole family, as well as specialty and support services such as pulmonary, optometry, dentistry, and podiatry, plus on-site labs, x-rays, nutritionist, and more. Call today for an appointment or telehealth visit. Now accepting Virginia Medicaid. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best. Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in getting your hands dirty.
I believe the best recipes are never written down.
I believe in fried chicken, cornbread, and soup beans.
I believe in the cards. I believe in cats.
I believe in insurance coverage that helps you sleep at night.
I believe in always carrying an umbrella.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Contact Derek Bowling, your Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in Hazard.
Carlin's home loan experience will be music to your ears. Carlin knows home loans like he knows his favorite song. And he puts all that experience to work at First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard. So if you think a home loan is complicated or difficult, Carlin looks forward to changing your tune. First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard. Your hometown friends. Your hometown bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
At HCTC, you're more than just a student.
I am motivated.
I am retired.
I am a grandmother.
I am a veteran. I am an entrepreneur. I am a son.
I am a small business owner.
I am HCTC.
Some may see you as victims, and no doubt you have lost much and endured even more. But we at KRCC see you as the strong and resilient survivors that you are, and our team stands ready side by side with you as you rebuild your lives and we help rebuild the communities that we all hold so dear. If you need our help, please call KRCC at 1-800-262-7491 or stop by any KRCC location and ask for help. KRCC cares.
Welcome back as it is halftime here at the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week. It is Leslie County leading Knott County Central 36-0. As we start the second half, we'll be playing under a running clock situation. Not a lot of scores to report. Not very slow coming in tonight for some reason. We hadn't been getting any scores in. We do have a couple of college scores of note.
Last night's game, West Virginia over Baylor. I thought that's big for West Virginia, Harold, last night. Nice win.
It was a very good win for West Virginia.
Mountaineers picking up a big win there.
But tonight it is SMU leading Navy 13-0 and University of Texas San Antonio leading FIU 3-0. Meanwhile, also in the Ivy League, it is Princeton over Brown 21-10. That's about all the scores we have. No high school scores of note at all. We don't have anything in on the Hazard game or the Prairie Central game. Maybe something coming in now. Johnson Central leads Harlan County 28-0. Johnson Central, number one seed in the district. Breathitt County 14-0 over McGoffin County. Hazard Zaire leading Hazard 14-13, and that is at the half, and that's a little bit of a shock. And Belfry leads Lawrence County 21-14. It is Prairie Central over Clay County 7-0, and Pikeville defeated Zaire. That was last week, 44-15. So there you have it. Our man Toyota at the half scores. The rundown. Thank you very much for bringing those in to us. As the big shocker Hazard trailing Zaire 14-13 at the half.
Yes, that is a shocker.
Meanwhile, the volleyball district championships or district tournaments will get underway across the region Monday night. In the 53rd district, it'll be Letcher Central taking on Cordia at 6 o'clock. These games played at June Buchanan. Knott County Central will play June Buchanan at 7:30. The winners of those two matches will play on the 18th. That is Tuesday at 6 o'clock at June Buchanan. That is the 53rd district. In the 55th, Breathitt County will play Jackson City on the Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. And then Wednesday, the winner will play Wolfe County in the 55th. And in the 54th, it is Leslie County that will play Buckhorn. Hazard will play Prairie Central, and we do not have the seedings for the 56th. But all those volleyball matches get underway for the most part Monday. They'll conclude midweek, and we'll have the start of regional tournament the following week. And the regional tournament in volleyball will be at Breathitt County this year. So looking forward to an exciting volleyball district and regional tournament coming up. No word yet as to if we will have any games here on Hometown 24. We should get that information. Well, we'll have to get it pretty soon. It starts Monday, don't it?
Yes.
So we'll
first rounds.
We'll have to wait and see about that. But at any rate, the volleyball regional tournament, boy, should be a really interesting volleyball regional tournament this year. Some really good teams. I've had the opportunity to see some of them play.
Yeah, you've got
Letcher Central and Knott County. I've watched them play. I've watched Knott and Leslie play. Wolfe County, another team that's got a very good team. So you got Letcher, Knott, Wolf,
Leslie,
those teams, when regional tournament time comes around, should be pretty interesting to say the least. Our man Toyota at the half, and is 36-0. Leslie County over Knott County Central. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll start the second half.
I'm Brock Childers, candidate for Knott County PVA in the upcoming November election. Our current PVA is retiring, and as the only certified appraiser, sales associate, and auctioneer on the ballot, I'm uniquely qualified to hold this position. Most importantly, I'm a Christian, a husband, a father, and a proud Knott Countyan. If you elect me as your PVA, I'll always stand with the Knott County property owner.
Please vote for my daddy.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week right here at Knott County Central High School, 36-0. Leslie County leading, and as Harold mentioned a little earlier, we will have a running clock for the second half. So, and also, Harold, when you have a running clock, they move right along and don't last too long, to be honest with you.
No, it's going to be a very short-lived second half, to say the least. Breathitt County leading 42-0 at the half over Morgan County. That's a running clock situation. Spurrier's caught a couple of touchdown passes in that one for the Bobcats.
Got good speed, Spurrier does. He's a good athlete. Plays both basketball and football for Breathitt County.
I'm trying to find out where Drum said something about Pikeville and Russell, or Pikeville and Raceland playing tomorrow. Trying to see if I can find that anywhere. Russellville down in Russellville and Pikeville are playing in Somerset.
That's tomorrow, though, right?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It must be, I don't know why Somerset. What?
It's tomorrow.
But why at Somerset? I guess, to be honest, it's probably about halfway between for both teams. Russellville, of course, down on the Tennessee line, down around down south of Bowling Green.
So they decide to meet
in the middle and play a little football. Absolutely. Very interesting, to say the least. Patriots will have the football as we start the third quarter. So Drum was asking about that game is played at Somerset. That's halfway between Pikeville and Russellville.
Yeah.
And that set to get underway. No time set, I'd imagine, around 1. Here's a handoff and a pickup of maybe a yard.
Clock running,
second
10:42.
down. And the Patriots just trying to get something going, get on the board, make them feel good, a little better about themselves. Short with a keeper up the middle, picked up maybe 3.
Short, a sophomore for Knott County Central. Raceland leading Fairview 55-6 in the second quarter.
Not a big shock there. Raceland, pretty good football team.
Yes.
Have you ever been over by their facility, by their high school at Raceland?
No, I have not.
I have been by it a few times. You go right by it on the way to Greenup County when we go down by the river fishing. And, boy, what a beautiful campus they have over there at Raceland. It is between Ashland and Greenup. So a lot of running clock situations across the state tonight. And you usually, you run into situations like that. So the mark off of the penalty.
Knott County, 1st and 10 with the football.
Short back to pass, going to run it, a little quarterback draw, and he gets forward to the 35. Next week, we'll be at Leslie County. They play who?
Breathitt County.
Breathitt County and Leslie County next week at Hayden. Stay tuned or tune us in for that one. Back to pass, short. They're coming at him. He rolls to the right. Now fires, got his man, and down inside the 20-yard line. Down on the 12-yard line, it'll be first down Patriot. And they will try to get on the board here.
Short, a good decision that time with the football. Went left, but turned back and found his man and picked up the big yardage.
First down, 10. Short has Clayton in the backfield along with him. He rolls to the left. He spins. He's hit. He's driven down. Not a lot of room there.
No.
May have lost a yard.
No. Leslie County closing quick that time. Number 65 for Leslie County. They're very quickly. It's Morgan Harold. Good speed, went through the gap, nice wrap, got help, and got the job done.
Inside 7 minutes, clock running, third quarter. Second down, the Patriots need 10 for a first down. Get a first down at the 3.
Leslie County scoring 21 in the first quarter.
Short under siege, and down he goes.
15 in the second.
I don't understand why they didn't blow that one dead. You know, I mean, that's where you get kids hurt right there. Bring it up and mark it at the 22-yard line. It is third down and a long way to go. That game at halftime in Hazard, that's kind of a shock.
Yeah, it is.
Back to pass short. Little screen pass. Clayton has it. Clayton running over people down inside the 10, and here comes a flag.
May have a face mask. I think we have a flag back at the 24.
Back judge through the first one. A personal foul and a targeting against Leslie County. Got to admit, I didn't see that. And that's going to be first down inside the 5. Marker across the way has third down, but I believe that's an automatic first down. Marker says third down, but I believe it's an automatic first down. Handoff. Clayton down to close to the 2.
It should be second down now, I would think. I don't really get that on that target.
I thought a personal foul was an automatic first down, but what do I know?
Most of the time it is, I believe. 4th and inches.
4th down, and the Patriots will get a first down, and they get into the end zone.
A little short. Looks like he's about at the 2, maybe. I think so, Harold. Just inside the 2.
Well, the down marker still says 4th down, but now they got it.
Sooner or later. That will be a Kentucky Farm Bureau first down.
Finally, they changed the down marker. It's going to be first down. And the Patriots will try to get on the board here. Short has Clayton and Shepard in the backfield with him. He goes under center, leaves it off, and fumble, and Leslie County has it. And the 4th turnover of the night by the Patriots. That's been the story of this one.
It really has, and truly has turnovers. And you would think, I don't know if the Patriots would be ahead right now, but I think the score would be a little different than it is, Harold Mullins, if not for the turnovers. Looked like the handoff. I don't know if Leslie County.
Didn't look like they made a good mesh there, did it?
Yeah.
Here's a jet sweep to this side, and that one's probably going to go to the house. One man with an angle. Can he get him? And he can. Hamburger gets him out of bounds.
That jet sweep, they have run that several times.
And they've run
big.
it successfully.
Yes, they have. Yep, they have indeed.
Got him out of bounds around the 19.
And we want to thank Knott County Central for letting Hometown 24 come in tonight, Harold. We appreciate that.
One more volleyball net. Knott County closes out the regular season tomorrow at noon at Lee County.
Oh.
So the Patriots will have one more volleyball game in the regular season. There's a counter play and running hard down inside the 5. The Patriots will play Lee County, the Bobcats, tomorrow at noon at Beattyville. How long has it been since you've been in Beattyville?
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Beattyville is about, 25 miles from Jackson on the old, what route is that, Harold, where you turn left there?
I'm trying to think. It was...
is it 25?
No.
30?
35?
We getting the numbers up anyway, ain't we? You know, I've traveled that road before to Beattyville.
Oh, I have too many times. I'm like you. I don't know. The third quarter comes to an end. It's 36-0 Leslie County. We'll be back. Fourth quarter just ahead.
My name is Jonathan Wilder. For years, myself and Ryan Mosley were litigation attorneys at 2 of Kentucky's busiest law firms.
We've joined together with one goal in mind: provide the highest level of legal representation possible to Eastern Kentuckians injured in car wrecks and by acts of negligence.
Here at the Wilder Law Firm, we are East Kentucky's trial team.
In Eastern Kentucky, being connected to the world has never been easier. With our 100 meg package at only $44.95 a month, you can be sure to always stay connected and up to date. But if that's not fast enough, we offer even faster. With the layest technology to make sure you're getting the most out of your service. Give us a call today or check out tgtel.com for more information. Thacker Grigsby, bringing the future to Eastern Kentucky.
And we are back, and Highway 30 was the road number we were
Well,
looking
we were
for.
getting there.
Thanks
we
to
were getting
James.
there. Yeah.
A state cop could tell us them road numbers now, and James told us it was 30.
It's about.
Well, you and I started at 25, went to 30, 35.
Yeah.
We would have got there eventually, yeah.
It's about, 25 miles on over to Beattyville from Jackson.
Well, I think you get to Booneville first, don't you?
Well, no, you'll make a turn there. You won't go all the way into Booneville. You'll make a turn before you get there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a long trip. So, coaches, the players better be here earlier if you're going to get ready to play in
First play of the fourth
Beattyville.
quarter is a touchdown for Leslie County, and it is 42-0. Here's the traffic report coming up. Looks like we got a visitor in the booth, the one and only, Miss Presley Fletcher. How are you,
Miss
dear?
Presley Fletcher. How is Miss Presley Fletcher getting along?
She's best been playing basketball and practicing hard. Is that right?
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on home.
Hill pretty much every day.
Couldn't you get a cab? Well, I did talk to you, Coach, a little earlier before the game, and he said you girls have been playing hard, working hard. Said he had a big future. Yeah. Look forward to this year.
Well, you should. You've got some experience back, and you all, and even the young kids that's going to be mixed with you all has got some experience playing. So, I think a big key.
So practice officially starts Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Or Monday. I don't know yet.
Sunday. I think he told me he was going to practice Sunday afternoon.
I don't know what I'm practicing tomorrow, but
Now, practice can officially begin tomorrow.
Belfry and Lawrence tied.
That's pretty good football.
21 at third
I
quarter.
think you can officially begin practice on the 15th, which is tomorrow, but I think he told me he was going to start on Sunday.
that's good though, because I can feel my
Do you think a big key for
big
you all
reason
to
why-
go where you all want to go this year is Pollard going to take care of that middle for you all?
I hope so. I think she will.
I think she's a key for you all. I think you are pretty solid everywhere, and Pollard's a
I think
good
so, too.
shooter. I think she's a big key.
We had
for you
hoped
all.
to get her on here at halftime, but she never did come up.
No, she's supposed to show up.
She was supposed to come up and talk to us. But it looks like Presley is always going to be the spokesman for the team.
Evidently,
she's the spokesman.
she is. I believe she's
And-
like her mom. Her mom liked to talk to her. She really did.
You got that right. So we appreciate her stopping by.
Absolutely.
She always stops by and says hi to you and I,
We'll keep an eye on her. If we see her loafing on the floor, we will let her
If
know.
I see her in trouble outside or inside school, I'm calling her and jumping on her. She knows that. She knows I keep her straight. Yeah. I don't, if I hear bad things she's not doing right, I drop her a little note and say, now look here, girl. Can't be having that.
Hey, we were talking earlier, me and Harold, about the basketball season. We think the girls' regional basketball this year is going to be much tougher than the boys.
Yes.
Because you have Leslie County, Knott County, Perry County.
Perry's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Leslie's going to be somebody.
Yeah. And Letcher's going to have a decent ball club, too. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a much I think the girls are going to be much more interesting than the boys
Definitely.
tournament. I really do.
Definitely, yeah.
I think so too.
I think if we get the ball, if we push the ball up there on the floor,
yeah,
it's gonna be a good.
Well, how's your buddy Kylie? I hadn't seen her. How's Kylie doing?
Kylie, my Kai.
Right.
Yeah,
How'd she
I
do
love her so much. She was down there. She just left. I should have brought her up here with me.
You should have brought her up here.
But it's the same stuff. We're working hard.
We're looking forward to trying to
quick
get
as
a
cat.
little.
She's ready to
we're
go.
Gonna,
of
we're,
course.
We're going to try to get Josh to put this together, a little preseason show when we can have you guys all come in and
we need to definitely do that.
And try to do a little preseason girls special.
Yeah.
Take a look at you girls and some of the competition coming up in the this year, and make a few predictions and let you tell us how much you guys are going to beat these people this year and all that good stuff.
I'm so excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited for this year. I think it'll be one of the best years we've had. Just like, just team.
Patriots 40.
Yeah, I think you all are going to have a good balanced team. I really do.
I do too. I really do, and I'm excited for what the future holds.
King, as the flight comes in late, King carrying the ball around the right side.
By the way, Presley, before you get away, I wanted to let you know that I coached your mom, and she did shoot a lot when she had the opportunity. I want you to know.
Like me, just like me, we're just alike. I hate to say it sometimes, but we're just alike.
And some of them, they were a few bad shots every now and then. But I tell you, she had good speed, handled the ball well, and she was a good point guard. Your mom was.
I heard that. Pappy used to tell me all the time that she was a good little ball player.
She was a good player.
And,
I broadcasted a lot of her games on the radio.
She had it
yes,
going.
I did.
She had it going and playing well and had a knee injury.
I know.
And that changed it.
And she still has trouble.
And it changed their team that year because we had a pretty good team, win some games, and we lost her. Senior year, yeah.
First down for the Patriots.
She got to play about, I don't know, I can't hardly remember, 5, 6, 7 games, and us off to a pretty good start.
And we see another flag coming in.
She still has trouble walking up our steps, and it gives out on her all the time.
What'd you have?
ACL.
She had an ACL.
A bad one.
I remember that now. I remember that.
Yeah, so it changed their season.
I'd say so.
It does that. Yeah.
Well, we're sure glad you stopped by and said hello to us. We miss you when you're not around.
Stop back in.
And take care of yourself and work hard, and we'll see you soon.
I will.
All right, babe. Presley Fletcher, one of our all-time favorites right there. Young lady always takes time to come in and say hi to us.
Yes, yes. We have them all through the region. Kids come up, Harold, and they waving at us, and it's good to see that. We're always glad they stop in and holler at us and talk with us right here on Hometown 24. 43-0, 5 minutes to go here. And, Harold, turnovers. Turnovers.
It has been a game that Coach Mullins will certainly want to forget. His team just, unable to get out of their own way, so to speak, as the turnovers has really been something. And now a handoff up the middle and down inside the 10 to about the 7 as they'll try to put one on the board. Well, Presley very enthused about this season coming up, isn't she?
They do have experience. Gay Hart and her on that team, and I like Combs.
Yeah,
I think Combs is going to be a big player.
I think she's going to be a big key, and the Gibson girl's going to play a lot.
I think so.
The Hall girl's going to play a lot. So, they got some. Coach Ambergy's got some girls to choose from.
Yeah, he can compete.
Hand off, and Clayton around the end. Did he get in there? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Patriots. As Clayton gets in.
Well, Harold, believe it or not, Clayton fumbled the ball, and it was picked up by number 65. He got the touchdown.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Grandson. That's Tony Everidge's grandson. Tony Everidge.
So
the Patriots
gets touchdown, and that's, I think his dad is, granddad works TVS. Good company, man. Good company.
Well, a good way to get on the board, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like Bailey's going to try the extra point. As this one rapidly coming to an end, Bailey's kick is up, and it is good.
Bailey, a nice kick.
And it is 43-7 as the Patriots will kick off, and this one will come to an end rather quickly, David. It has been enjoyment for me to be back.
Good to see you back.
I've had a summer of being on the road. I've been from Idaho to Maine.
You've been traveling.
I've been traveling.
You have been traveling.
And I ran out of money about Missouri.
Well, how'd you get back? You never called nobody.
Hitchhike.
How's gas prices out that way, by the way?
Very high.
Okay.
Highest
and
I
Northeast?
Northeast was a little bit more than it is here, but not drastically different. But now out west, I was paying in Wyoming and Montana well over $5.
Ooh. Stay out of Montana and Wyoming for a while anyway.
Well, if it went to California, it'd have been 7 or 8.
Oh,
you
gosh.
know, had to stop when it got over $5 a gallon.
I mean, that's money.
That's
money.
Here's the kick. It hits, and what do we got? Offsides against Leslie County, so we'll re-kick this baby. Leslie County will see its record improve to 4-4 on the season. Knott County Central will drop to 2-4. The Patriots, have one more game left?
They go on the road twice. They got East Ridge,
Phelps, maybe?
and Phelps on the road.
So they go on the road twice to finish out the season. Bailey's kick, a low-line drive, is picked up, and they call him down. Evidently his knee was down. And we may have one more play, but I don't know that we will. Final 25 seconds will count off, and this one will mercifully come to an end with Leslie County coming on the road to Hindman and defeating the Patriots by a score of 43-7. Our player of the game, what do we say here? Let's take a look at this Leslie County. I thought the running back Hensley had a real good game, as did Ostrander. But we'll go with Wyatt Hensley as our Alsoid College player of the game. Final score 43-7. David, it has been indeed a pleasure.
Oh, absolutely, Harold. And Leslie County, good luck to them next week as they'll go up against the Bobcats. They played well tonight. Knott Central will go on the road, and hopefully they solve the turnover, because turnovers really hurt them tonight.
It really did.
Yeah, and so hopefully they can correct that and get it going. And it's been good. And with Hometown 24, I'll try it again next Friday night at Leslie County.
For Josh and Devin and David, I'm Harold. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, have yourself a great weekend, won't you? And go, Coach Stoops and his bunch of Wildcats. Good night, everyone.